Greetings, I'm Barrett, and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We just got back from taking on the Kingsman and we made it through. We didn't actually beat him, but we made it through. We got the applause. So I guess you could say that's a victory. And not only was it a victory, he gave us some great resources that we can use in this settlement phase. Now sadly, I didn't even realize what he meant by these resources until somebody brought it up. That actually it seems like I think he probably slaughtered one of our people because remember, it's -1 population and we gain all these resources. So he kind of left behind what was once one of our people. So we do have to lose one population, and we also have to go ahead and gain all our hunt XP from that battle. So we're going to do that first. So the only two survivors that made it through were these two. So they're going to both gain 1 hunt XP, and that's really about all they're going to gain. Now Steel, of course, is going to be going up, so he's going to be able to gain his new age requirement or age experience thing here. So we're going to have to go ahead and take care of that. Now, of course, we've seen this 132 times, so I'm just going to roll my 2d10s. You know the deal here. I get to pick a weapon proficiency and 10. I get to gain 1 random fighting art. So I'm going to go ahead and take my fighting arts, mix them up quite a bit, and see what we get. We're going to mix them up a little bit more, and we'll take the bottom one maybe. No, I'll take this one right here. Let's see what it is. It is Leader. Well, probably has the most experience of any of our guys right now, so Leader kind of fits it. It says when you encourage a survivor, they gain +1 speed token until the end of the round. Oh, that's pretty good. Once per hunt phase, you may inspire another survivor. They use your understanding and courage to resolve a hunt or story event. Example, if you have 3 courage, you can inspire another survivor to walk the path of the brave during overwhelming darkness, whatever that means. We have never seen overwhelming darkness, so we'll maybe find out sometime. But I'm going to go ahead and write Leader down in Steel's spot. So I've gone ahead and wrote Leader here. I'm also going to give him Katars just because he's been using those Katars a lot. And the other thing I need to do is figure out this. He's got 3 movement because he's got fused toes. Now at the end of the fight with the hand, it said that all our broken bones are healed. But I don't know if fused toes are actually broken bones. If anybody knows how that works, please let me know in the comments below. And I can hopefully manipulate their speed to either go back to normal or it stays the same, depending on what it's supposed to be. So we're done giving ourselves some experience. We're going to go ahead and move into the rest of the settlement phase. So with everything resolved from our last battle, it's time to start our settlement and hunt phase. If you're excited to see what happens to our settlement and then our brave survivors going through the hunt, then I need you to meet me at the table. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and heal our survivors, remove tokens, but do not remove the gear. We're then going to gain some endeavors. And oh man, are we going to gain some endeavors? Check this out. We get 1 for each returning survivor. That's 2. Then we get 2 for every character that died during that hunt, which are not hunt, but the showdown. And that was 2 characters. We lost 2, but we do also get 1 more for cooking. So we have a total of 7 endeavors. That's a lot of endeavors. We're going to continue on down here. We're now going to update our timeline by drawing a settlement event card and resolving it. We're also going to trigger story events and settlement events on the timeline this year. Now, lucky for us, if we look at our timeline here, we only have to handle 1 settlement event, a random one, because there's nothing else written here for the first time in a long time. So now we're going to go ahead and draw our settlement event. We're going to pick up all our events, mix them together here, and we're just going to draw the top one. And we have found Open Maw. A large stone face slowly opens its mouth. Survivors prove their bravery by running into it. Why would you do that? Oh my goodness. Lingering effects. I can spend an endeavor. Brave the Maw. Roll any number of d10 and add the results. For if you roll any doubles, the Maw snaps shut, leaving you trapped in the darkness. You are dead, and no one else may endeavor here this year. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I have to get to 40 plus to probably get something really good. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I guess, we'll probably give it a shot sometimes. We got a lot of endeavors. So I'm going to go put this up here. This is a lingering effect. We can spend one endeavor to give that a shot if we wish. So let's continue on down. Next, of course, I think we're going to update our death counts. We're going to go ahead and do that. We have 2 dead people. That's too bad for them. So we're going to go ahead and kill off a couple more. Wow, our death count's getting kind of full. We're on our second row of it. And then after that is done, we're going to check our milestones, which we don't have. So we're just going to go ahead and develop, which means we're going to slide all of our endeavors this way. And look at these awesome resources we have. We've got a monster bone, monster hide, a monster organ, leather, and a skull. I'm going to use the monster bone, hide, and organ. We're going to go ahead and use these 3 to innovate. That's probably going to be the only thing we do this settlement, but that's okay. We're going to take our deck and we're going to draw 4 cards because we do have Symposium, which allows us to draw 4 and choose one from the 4 we drew. All right, let's see what we find. We have found, mix up a little more. We get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 4 innovations we can choose from, and they are, oh, I hope there's some good ones in here. Let's see here. We have found partnership. Okay, we've seen partnership before. Nominate 2 survivors. They pair off, and each gains a partner ability. A survivor may be nominated for partnership only once per lifetime. You get the partner's name. When you both arrive, gain survival up to the survival limit. And they can only use each other for intimacy. And sadly, if a partner dies or something, I think you have to gain a disorder. Yes, that's true. We got storytelling again, which can bring our survival limit up, which is really good. And look at this. I can use story time and do any of these things here. Next, we have sculpture. Again, we've seen this. This is the one where you can lose one of our, I think it's, no, it's not. You create an inspirational statue, skip the next hunt. Oh, yeah, and lose your fighting art. And other people can gain the fighting art. That's what we do. Or we can do drums. I think we're going to be doing drums because, look at this. I can add some drum consequences to the innovation deck, and I think that's going to be really good. Partner's pretty good. Or I could add storytelling consequences. Oh, or I could add sculpture consequences. Oh, there's so many things to choose from. Oh, again, I don't even know what to take. All right, these 4 are all really good. I don't know which one to take. I am going to take storytelling. And again, if everybody thinks this is a real bad idea, please let me know. And I could potentially change this one. The last one I thought about changing, but I couldn't because it affected the amount of survival and everything I was going into the fight with. So I didn't really want to change that one. But this one, we may not have too much to worry about. Now, of course, if I decide to use this during our settlement, then I'm not going to be able to probably change it out. But I did also get drums, which can give me +2 insanity, +2 survival, or game rhythm chaser, fighting art, or the synchronized strike secret fighting art. But of course, I can also gain the drum consequences. And of course, we have the sculpture, which could make a statue of a fighting art, which then I believe somebody can learn with a 6+. And I also get the sculpture consequences innovations. I'm not sure which one's the best, but I do like having more survival limit. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. We're going to go ahead and gain storytelling. So I'm going to place this up here. We're going to add storytelling consequences to the innovation deck. And that gives me 1 more card to add to our innovation deck. We're going to go ahead and put that right here. Now, of course, that's really all I'm going to make. I'm not going to make anything out of any of these. I'm going to hold on to these, and we're going to archive all of those resources. But look at all these endeavors we have. Let's go ahead and look through here and see if there's anything we want to do. I know we're going to try that open maw just because it sounds awesome. But let's go ahead and see what else I can do. Now, looking through my innovations, I think we're going to go ahead and do face paint again, where I can do the battle paint, which means I'm going to spend an endeavor and roll a D10 and hope we do pretty good here. We're going to roll it and see what happens. We got, oh, 1. That's not good. All right, let's see what it says here. Laughing stock, nothing happens. Oh, that's too bad. All right, so we've gone ahead and spent one of our endeavors on that. I don't think I can do these more than, actually, I think I can. I think I can do this more than once. Doesn't say I can't. But we're going to go for that open maw. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We have to nominate a survivor and then roll a D10. As many of them as I want. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to put these innovations over here because we might do face painting again, depending on how this goes. I'm going to nominate a survivor. So let's go ahead and see who we have up here and see if there's anybody on this sheet that we haven't already used. Let's see here. We got Riverwind. I'm trying to look for somebody that's kind of in bad shape here. Actually, Steel might be the one I'm looking for here. Let's see what these guys. Steel's only got 3 speed, but he has 2 hunt XP. It's almost more than anybody else. Boopoo. Ashford's got a lot of hunt XP. Everman's got a lot of hunt XP. Well, I guess a lot of people do. Oh, but she can't. She's apathetic. I'm going to send her. She's going to go do this because she's apathetic, which means she can't even use or gain survival, which is really bad. So she's going to go ahead and jump in this open maw. And I'm guessing I want to get up in that area. So I'm going to roll 4 dice and see what happens. We're going to take our 4 dice and roll them right here. Now, if I get doubles, this all ends. This could be a really bad idea. Let's see what happens. We did not get any doubles. We got 9 plus 9 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see what happens to her. You brave the darkness here. It says you brave the darkness of the maw for just a moment before bolting to safety. Gain 2 courage. All right, she gained some courage. Way to be courageous, man. She's going to go ahead and gain 2 of these. Now, of course, that did cost us 1 endeavor. Let's try that again with somebody else, but this time let's roll more dice. I think that's going to be our plan. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and try Steel. Steel's going to give it a shot. Steel's got a shot here. It's not going to be the best idea. He's going to roll 5 dice. That's right. We're really raising the stakes here. This could be the worst plan ever, but we're going to roll 5 dice and see what happens to him. Hopefully he doesn't get any doubles. Let's go. We got a 10, a 1. Oh, we didn't get any doubles again, but we didn't really high roll either. 10. Oh, we got 2 10s here. 20. Let's see what else we got. 25, 28, 29. Let's see where we fall with a 29. It says 23 to 31. You fumble through the darkness, grasping for some proof of your brave journey. Something sharp and wriggling comes away from the wall. Gain 2 courage and 2 vermin resources. All right, so he also gains 2 courage. Wow, this isn't going too bad. I think that's where I'm going to stop though, because I'm really trying to risk too much. I think if I roll 6 dice, I want to see what the next one down is. I almost made it. Maybe I'll try it. We'll try one more time. We're going to go with 1 more person. This is a really bad idea. Steel's done. We're going to try... Oh, should we try one of our new survivors? I don't know. I don't know who to try next. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have... Oh, I don't know. Ashford's Last Man Standing, Thrill Seeker, and during showdown. Oh, these guys are all really good now. I don't want to lose anybody else. Okay, I think we're going to be done. That was too heart-wrenching for me to try again. All right. Sadly, we didn't get any of the stuff down here, but that's okay. We got a couple cool things. Now, we do have 4 more endeavors, which isn't too bad. Oh, I do get 2 vermin resources, and also Steel has gained a milestone for his courage, so we have to go ahead and do bold. So I've got our vermin resources. We're just going to mix these up a little bit. We're going to draw 2 from here and see what we get. We got that one, and we get this one. Those are our 2 vermin resources. We've got a crab spider. Consume. Archive this and gain 3 survival. Or a cyclops fly. Archive this and roll a d10. The fly's eye explodes, releasing acids that melt your inside. You die! Oh my gosh. Slight citrus flavor, no effect, or 6+1 permanent accuracy. Oh, those are 2 pretty good ones. All right, we're going to go ahead and put those with the rest of our resources. That was awesome. And now let's go do bold. So this is our bold event. We've seen this before, but we're going to be doing the one that has to do with the settlement phase. It's called Triumph. It says, in this fleeting existence, every moment shared creates meaning. The bonds forged between survivors give you hope. Gain the following ability and roll on the table below. Matchmaking. When you are a returning survivor, once per year, you may spend 1 endeavor to use intimacy. So I don't have to roll on the augury table for this character. So Steel, we don't want to lose him, but he has to go out on the hunt in order to do this. He has to be a returning survivor. But we're now going to roll our d10 and see what happens. We got a 3, so he may reroll 1 endeavor result this settlement phase. So Steel's going to gain our matchmaking ability here. That'll be awesome. Now, since Steel can reroll an endeavor, we're going to spend another endeavor to do face painting again. We're going to see how this goes. This time I got an 8, so I don't have to re-roll it, and we're going to be able to gain our +2 survival and +1 insanity as we depart. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to spend the rest of these 3 to augur. So we're going to go ahead and roll on the augury table, and I'm going to have Steel do this. He doesn't have the understanding it's going to help me, but he does get the +1 reroll, so I believe we have to roll a d10 and see what happens. So the first endeavor we're going to use for the augury roll, we want to get an 8+. We got a 1. So he's going to use his reroll for 1 of his endeavors for this one. And he got a 3, which is equally terrible. Lose 1 resource and gain an understanding. So he's going to gain 1 understanding, but then I have to lose a resource. Now what resource do we want to lose? We've got a lot of these up here. We got flies, spiders, organs, leather. I think we're just lose this spider. Crab spider, goodbye. Thank you for being part of our civilization. All right, We're going to go ahead and roll another one on the augury table. And we got an 8. So we did actually get to do an intimacy event. I'm going to put that right here. And as always, I know I'm supposed to do them in right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and roll the next one just since we're here. We got a 9. So we got 2 intimacy results. So that's awesome. So we have to nominate 2 survivors to go ahead and roll on these intimacy events. And we're going to go ahead and nominate Steel and Boopoo. They were actually our slowest people. So we're just going to go ahead and roll for them. I'm going to roll my 2d10. I get to roll 2 because, of course, we are Protect the Young. Let's see what we get for our first one. We got a 4 and a 5. A 5 is going to be that we get to bring a new founder kicking and screaming into this world. I get +1 population. Of course, I still have to subtract 1 population because of that last fight with our hand. And we're going to go ahead and roll one more time and see what we get. We got a 7 and a 5. And a 7 gains +1 population. The male and female survivors share a deep bond gain +10 survival each. If the settlement innovated bed, the new survivor gains +1 permanent strength. We did innovate bed, so we get not only +1 permanent strength on our newborn, we also get +10 survival for those 2 characters that are probably not going on anything hunting anytime soon because they have 3 speed and 4 speed. Oh, it's ridiculous. But they do get max survival. So now we are looking at our civilization's log, and I forgot I have to kill somebody. So I haven't used Flint yet. He's the only person I haven't used, and so I'm going to go ahead and kill him off. There probably would have been a better choice to kill off, but sadly, I used some of the people for other things during the settlement event, so I'm going to have to just kill off him. Now we do get 2 kids, and one of them actually gets +1 strength, and they also get a whole bunch of other stuff because of all the different innovations we have done. One of them is going to get +1 accuracy, and +2 strength, and +1 evasion, and then also +1 understanding. And then the next one, if I can spell understanding right, there we go. Next one's going to get +1 accuracy, but this one's going to get the extra strength. That's +3 strength, +1 evasion, and also +1 understanding. That's actually, these guys are getting really powerful when they were coming out into the new world. And as somebody pointed out, those that know the books of where all these names are coming from, Fizban really can't die, so he's coming back again. Here comes Fizban again. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm slowly running out of names. I'm running out of names from this book. So we have Fizban. He's coming back. He's going to gain the +3 strength. He's probably going to be going on our adventure with us this time. And then we're going to go ahead and grab one more name. The other character we're going to name is Sarah, or Sarah here. There we go, just like that. F for female, M for male. There's our 2 new survivors. So there's just a few things left we have to do. One, we do have to raise our survival limit from 8 to 9 because of our new innovation. Also, I gave both Steel and Boopoo 9 survival, though I don't think Steel's going to be coming on this adventure. But Boopoo definitely is. Of course, I do have to heal all these characters and change all their stats here. I forgot to do that on the actual cards, but I did do it on the actual boards. Their boards over here, and I've put all their items and everything over here, so when we depart, we're all set to go. And I think that's where we are. Let's take a look. We are going to prepare departing survivors, remove gear from the survivors, and record archive resources, and we're going to end the settlement phase. We also decide what to fight, and I don't know what to go after. I really want to go after another Phoenix, but are we able to take on a level 2? I think we're going to try. This could mean certain doom. You're going to have to join me in the hunt phase to find out. So our first character is going to be Ashford. Ashford has the exact same white lion gear that she came with that last time. She's going to go ahead and try to do her best with this. Now, of course, she also is going to gain a dry acanthus in case she gets hit really badly. I can at least protect her once. She's going to start out with all these stats over here. She does have 3 insanity and 9 survival. Of course, she still has her dagger proficiency. Hopefully, she can get that up and we can actually learn some of our weapon specialties and masteries. Eventually, that'd be great. Next we have Boopoo. Boopoo's going to go ahead and grab the entire leather armor set. I'm not sure which one of these I should use. If I should use the leather round shield or if I should use that feather shield I had before. That was really cool. It could be better than that one, but I don't know which one to use. This one, of course, allows me to reduce any suffered brain damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Of course, I have to link red and blue, and I don't even have them linked, so actually it's not going to matter. I'm going to go ahead and keep the round leather shield just because it gives me extra defense to all hit locations, giving her 5 to everything. Now, of course, she does have a fighting art called Thrill Seeker. I get to gain 1 survival during the showdown. I get an extra survival. So every time I gain 1, I get an extra 1. Now, of course, nothing here is going to be able to give me any extra survival. I should be putting her in my rawhide armor set because, of course, when you perform a survival roll on a D6 6+, I gain an extra survival. So I mean, she'd be getting 2 every turn, but I just don't. She has like 4 movement, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to take advantage of it. I'm probably going to make some people pretty disappointed by not putting her in this armor set, but that's just what we're going to do. We're going to keep her just as she is with her entire leather armor set, and we'll see how it goes. We might change this up in our next encounter. Our next survivor is Steel. He's going to come. Yes, I know. This is probably the last time we're going to use this guy, but we're going to see how this goes. What we're using him for is a utility character. This is why I didn't want to put Boopoo in this role, is because his speed is so low. I didn't want to have him the one with the leather armor set with that shield. Instead, one thing I did is I changed his weapon efficiency from katars to bow, because he's going to have that catgut bow. So we changed that. That was something I should have done. He's also got the matchmaker, and I'd like to see what happens when we come back and hopefully see that in action. Now, of course, is it going to be in action? We don't know. He might not make it back. But he does have the cat eye circlet. He does have the rawhide armor set, allowing him to re-roll all these things. He can't wear any stinky gear, but I don't have any. He is, of course, deaf. I totally forgot about this. So he can't be encouraged, which is something I should think about. But he is crazed, and a perfect hit I get +1 insanity, and he has that leader, so he can also encourage people using survival, and with the rawhide armor set, he can attempt to get that survival back. Now, of course, we're going to give 2 to every location, so his arms need to get back some extra locations. I need to heal his arms. I need to do that. Now, of course, he has 9 survival because of what we came back with and did that intimacy event. He only has 1 brain insanity, but we'll see how that goes. And, of course, he only has 3 speed, which is just ridiculous. So we're going to see how this guy does in a utility role. We might not use him much after this. We'll see how it goes. And our last character is going to be a new one. This is going to be Fizzban again. He's coming back. He's got 7 survival. He's got no insanity, but he is going to, on arrival, gain 3 from our screaming leg warmers. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm actually going to, I can't write it because we have to do our hunt event. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with this guy. He's got the screaming armor. So hopefully he can maybe try to use that skewer ability or in the slam. We'll see how it all goes. So here's our hunt board. I've kind of panned out a little bit because now we're going for a level 2, which is actually past the overwhelming darkness. I'm a little worried about this. Now, I've got my 2 special hunt events because I do have my mineral gathering and herb gathering items. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of them way out here because remember, one of them activates if it's past overwhelming darkness. On the middle one, I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there. We'll go ahead and see what happens to us right there. Now we're going to go ahead and mix up our Phoenix hunt events. That way we're going to have to put these out. Hopefully we don't have to deal with anything too bad out of this. Mix these guys up. We're going to put 1 here. We're going to put 1 right here. Actually, it's going to go here. 1 here, 1 here, and we're also going to put 1 right there underneath this special hunt event. I'm going to put it right there. Now, the ones that don't have anything, those are going to be our basic hunt events. I'm not going to put those cards out anymore. They all just say roll on the table. That's all they say. So instead, we're just going to leave it just like this. We're going to start over here, and we're going to begin with one of our characters. The first person we're going to have go is Boopoo. Boopoo's going to go ahead and grab our mineral gathering hunt event, and we're going to go ahead and take care of it. Now this again is an event we have seen many times. I'm just going to roll my D10 for each one that has a pick. Only one does. We're going to roll it up and see what we get. We got a 7. So it says right here, you find 1 iron strange resource among the unyielding stone faces. As you free it, roll a D10, and on a 6+ you hear a snap. Archive your pickaxe. Oh no. So I need to roll it on a D6 or 6+. Okay. We got a 2, so that means it is okay. 6+ you hear a snap. Okay, so we're okay. We do not have to archive our pickaxe, and we gain an iron strange resource. Now that we've finished our mineral gathering, we're going to roll a random event. This is our 10s die. This is our 1s die. Let's see how this goes. We got a 66. Let's go ahead and read it. Forbidden word. There's a great rush of air. A booming inhuman voice declares a single word in an unknown language. For 1 instant, the survivors understand. All non-deaf survivors gain +1 understanding and suffer 1 brain event damage. If they're insane, they also gain a random disorder. So that means that Steel has nothing happen to him. He's deaf. Fizzban is new. He has no insanity, so he's going to gain 1 understanding and take a brain injury, meaning that he's going to be at his max when it comes to the actual showdown, but that's okay. Now, of course, we do have Ashford. Ashford has 3 insanity right now. She's going to gain an understanding, or take a brain damage, which means she's going to go down to 2 insanity, which means she's not going to be insane. Now, unfortunately, we've got Boopoo here. Boopoo's going to gain understanding, but sadly, she is still insane. She has 6, which means she's going to go down to 5. So she's going to have to gain a random disorder, which is going to be no good. Let's see how this goes. We're going to go ahead and mix these up a little bit and grab a random disorder for Boopoo. Boopoo is immortal. Well, you know, that might be too bad. You are immortal. You will live forever and cannot be killed. While you are insane, convert all damage dealt to your hit location to brain damage. Oh no. You are so busy reveling in your own glory that you cannot spend survival while insane. Oh no, that's terrible. So I need to get her uninsane somehow so that she can start using survival. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark this down on her character sheet. All right, that wasn't a very good way to start this off. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this card, move all our characters up. We're going to have him go ahead. Steel's going to go ahead and take on our first Phoenix one and see what it says. It says, time flows backwards. A blinding light accompanied by a bone-crushing vacuum rushes over the survivors. All survivors lose 1 level of Hunt XP for each level of their quarry. If any survivors have no Hunt XP, they disappear. They are dead. No one remembers they even existed. If all survivors still exist, roll a random hunt event. Oh no, I think this could be really, really, really bad. So we're going to start here with Steel. Steel has 2 Hunt XP. He's going to go ahead and have to take 2 damage because of the Time Flows Backwards card. It states that all survivors lose 1 level of Hunt XP for each level of their quarry. If any survivors have no Hunt XP, they disappear. He disappears. He's not around. Oh my gosh, this is going to be absolutely devastating. All right, so we have lost our utility character. Steel is gone. Totally gone. And next we have Fizzban. Yeah, guess how much Hunt XP he has? None. We've lost another character. Okay, Fizzban is gone. Gone, Fizzban. And now we have Boopoo. Boopoo is also going to lose 2 Hunt XP. Oh no, check out what happens to her. She is also gone. Now I get to keep the iron, that's half the battle. And of course I get to keep all their gear. But yet again, Boopoo has gone, gone, gone. And then there was one. Ashford loses 2 Hunt XP, but guess what? She's still alive. She's the only one left in this entire party. So she's going to continue the hunt. Ashford is forging ahead. She is not afraid. So that is our second hunt event. We're going to move right into our next one. This is one where I'm just going to roll on the dice and see what happens. This is our tens die, 58. Let's go check it out. 58 is scent on the wind. A strong wind blows, bringing with it the sense of distant places and things. The event revealer rolls a d10. If I get a 1 through 5, the monster catches your scent. It moves 1 space closer. If the monster starts the showdown, the monster ambushes the survivors. 6+, the survivors smell their quarry's foul odor and surge forward. The survivors may skip the next hunt phase. If the monster starts the showdown, the survivors ambush the monster. So we're going to go ahead and roll a d6. We got an 8+. We get to skip the next hunt event. Good. Get rid of this one. I don't want to deal with this. This is going to be bad news. We're going to skip that hunt event and go right into the next one where I have to roll 2 d10 and see what we get. We got an 88. This one's called the Sword and the Statue. A one-eyed statue twice as tall as any man sits before a great anvil with a hammer in each of its 6 hands. Transfixed, the survivors watch the statue beat a red-hot sword that lies across the anvil. Each survivor, starting with the event revealer and proceeding clockwise, may take 1 attempt to grab the sword from the anvil. If they do, they gain +1 courage. Roll a d10 and add their Hunt XP to the roll. So Ashford's going to gain 1 courage. I'm going to roll a d10 and I get to add 4, which is my Hunt XP, to this roll. I got a total of 10 + 4 is 14. 14 says your speed is legendary. Gain the Murizama rare gear. End this event. So we have gained the Murizama. Look at this thing. Weapon, melee, katana, two-handed, finesse, other. 6 speed, 6+ to hit, and I need to get +6 strength to my hits. This is absolutely amazing. Now, sadly, it's frail, sharp. It's sentient, which means I have to be insane in order to use it, and right now I'm not insane. deadly too. It's unique. And when you critically wound with this weapon, I gain 2 bleeding tokens. This would be absolutely perfect if I actually had a party with me, not by myself. But sadly, she's got this. I am going to keep this, which means I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the dried acanthus that I have in my gear grid. I know that I probably shouldn't because I'm going to need all the help I can get, but we're just going to go ahead and put the Mirizama blade there instead. That way I have an awesome weapon to go ahead and try to... She's going to go for it. She's going to try to take this guy out with that Mirizama. But right now we have to go into the overwhelming darkness. The first time we've ever seen this. Let's go ahead and see what happens to our brave soul survivor. So here we are in the overwhelming darkness. Now, sadly, there's only one of us. The other 3 are no longer with us. But that's okay. This is just an awesome picture. The story event, Overwhelming Darkness. All survivors must determine their paths and walk them simultaneously. So it looks like we have to pick our path. Insane survivors walk the path of the insane. We're not insane. It says if no other path applies, walk the path of the doomed. And it says here, the survivors with +3 courage walk the path of the brave. Well, sadly, she only has 1 courage, and that's because she reached out and grabbed the Mirizama. So we're going to be going down the path of the doomed. Oh, this could be something else. We're going to roll 1 die and see what happens. We got a 5, so we're going to go ahead and read what 5 says. You choke on the atmosphere. It leaves you sick and unbalanced. Lose monster level survival and gain a -1 evasion token. So Ashford is going to lose 2 precious survival. We need all the survival we can have in order to take on this level 2 Phoenix. If I'd be level 1, I might think I might be okay here with 1 guy, but level 2, I don't think we have a chance. Oh, don't forget the -1 evasion. And here we are standing toe to toe with the Phoenix. Oh boy. And my last hunt event doesn't even matter because it's our herb gathering and she doesn't have any of the sickles or anything because they were all on the other guy. So we're going to have to go ahead and reveal the last Phoenix event. Let's see what it says. Reoccurring Nightmare. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. Without warning, the survivors are plucked from time and find themselves standing at the threshold of the overwhelming darkness. Place the survivors on overwhelming darkness and trigger the story event, even if they have already encountered it in the hunt phase. Oh wow, talk about trying to learn about the overwhelming darkness. This is my first time seeing it. I'm going to see it twice. If the monster is between the survivors and the start space or on overwhelming darkness, survivors are ambushed and begin the showdown immediately after resolving the event. So sadly now we have to do overwhelming darkness yet again. All right, time to walk the path of the doomed yet again. And we got an 8. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I think it is. It says resolute, gain +1 insanity and +1 courage. All right, at least we got something going for us this time. So this is actually really good for us because we're going to gain 1 courage, but check this out. Not only that, we gain an insanity, and when we do, that means we're going to be at 3, which now I am insane, which means I can now activate my Mirizama blade, which is going to be awesome. Now, interestingly enough, I have to step back into this space, and since there's no event there, I have to roll on my table and see what we get. I've got a 44. Wow, I got a lot of doubles. We have found Opportunist. It says, while investigating their quarry's tracks, the survivors realize they're hunting not 1, but 2 monsters. The 2 sets of tracks soon separate, leaving the event revealer to pick which tracks to follow. If they follow the larger tracks, continue hunting as normal. If they follow the smaller tracks, start the showdown immediately. At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. If the survivors are victorious, they gain only half the basic resources and half the monster resources rounded up from the rewards in the aftermath. You got it! I'm going after the smaller tracks! I've only got 1 person! So because of Opportunist, we're going to be starting against a level 2 Phoenix with -5 health, which might help a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Now, of course, we only have Ashford. She's going to have to be the savior that takes down the Phoenix. We're going to see how that goes in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the settlement and hunt event, even though we lost over half our party. But that's okay. We're going to give it our best shot. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the showdown comes. And if it actually is really short, I might do the settlement video at the same time. We'll see how this all goes. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. Should maybe I not have gone after a Phoenix again? Now I know, because there's some really brutal events in the hunt for this thing. Wow, I never expected anything like that. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're excited to see what befalls Ashford, then I need you to meet me at the table.